Okay then, so I'm standing here with Peter Dager, PPD from Evil Geniuses on the first day of DreamLeague. You're here a day early, what's up?
We got top 2 in our groups, so we get the day off, which is nice. So we get to relax and watch everyone else play and prepare for our first match tomorrow.
I mean, since both you and Cloud9, since you end up in the top 2, like which of the other 4 teams that you've watched so far are you most impressed with?
Most impressed would definitely be Virtus Pro. They beat Team Tinker and they're 1-up on VP Polar. Initially, I thought VP Polar would be the best team in the group, but Virtus Pro had a really good draft last game, and I think FNG maybe messed up a little bit, so I'm most impressed by that.
I mean, looking at Virtus Pro in general, they've been a very inconsistent team for a very long time, and then now when they just managed to obviously defeat 2 opponents that, or at least, get 1-up on an opponent and you don't expect them to, I mean, what do you actually see in them that's changed since you've played with them so much?
I think JoeAWESOME as the leader has really come through, and he's playing well. I think G is finally kind of adjusting to the good player he's always been. When he went to China with LGDN, he was really good and he had a ton of hype, and then they didn't do so well. But when he came back, he kind of struggled, but now he's doing well. I think VP went over to Taiwan for the Fnatic tournament, and they won that over LGD deck, which is an accomplishment in itself, which is really cool. And I don't think many people expected them to even be in the group stage for this tournament. I think a lot of people thought they would get bottom 2, but they're doing really, really well, and I think it's probably because of JoeAWESOME's leadership.
You especially, as a player, you've sort of been the focal point of everything that comes up in the community, about leadership in general. And I just want to ask, what defines you as a leader? What do you feel you need to be able to accomplish as a leader to actually make an impact,
Yeah, so I think I try to put everything aside, and the thing I really try to think about is what gives my team the best opportunity to win. And what do I need to pick? What do I need to ban? What do I need to do in game in order to give ourselves, the best chance to come out on top? And that's really all I try to focus on.
I mean, you've got a lot of characters on EG, so to speak, very strong, colorful characters. And I mean, does it ever actually get out of hand, or can you always rein people in?
We had a few incidents, none recently. During the summer before TI, during our boot camp, we spent over a month together every single day. So we had a couple of situations where they got a little out of control. But for the most part, even though we have these really exciting and interesting personalities, I'm still able to kind of pull the reins and bring everyone back down to earth when I need to.
If we look back on DreamLeague, then obviously, like I mentioned before, you the only possibility to meet Cloud9 is after your next game. But do you expect that you guys will win that? Because you and Cloud9 seem to be 2 of the top Western teams nowadays. How do you overall look at playing Cloud9?
Yeah, I think the games will definitely be close, but I feel like they're kind of exhausting a lot of their strategies, and for us, I think we're holding a lot back. We have a couple of things that we have prepared, but we're not sure if we really want to use them yet. A lot of stuff that we're saving a lot of stuff for the Summit, which is the tournament right after this in LA, and I want to win this tournament really badly, but I also would like to save a couple of things for a bigger tournament.
The Summit will be kind of interesting because I guess the two favorite teams going in there are you as the defending champions and then Vici from China, and you lost to them in 2-1 at ESL1 New York, and that was with their new lineup then with Ice 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 and Black. What do you feel like that they brought to Vici before, since you played them before and you beat them with their old lineup, pre-TI4s? What do you feel like Black and Ice 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 give the team?
Probably a lot more versatility. I think the leadership that they lost when ROTK left, I think FY has really stepped up to fill that position. And I think the Ice 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 and Black can play like any hero in the game, so they can really just get really creative and do whatever they want to do.
I mean, does that inspire the way you look at drafting then, since they have so many flexible players? Because now we see pretty much Fear only playing the most mid heroes, whilst our TC plays the more farm-intensive heroes. I mean, did that influence you at all in your own drafting style, or was that the set outlook with the team as soon as Fear came back?
It's kind of something I've always been looking to do, just being able to swap mid players in and out. It's been more recent that our tour has been kind of enjoying playing more one-roles heroes like Terrorblade, and generally we did Naga in the mid lane before, but now he kind of likes it in the safe lane. think it's more of just like a meta-driven thing, like based on like what kind of heroes are being picked right now and the way people are playing. It's better for us to have our tour on the safe lane and then Fear on like a mid hero like Panda or Puck.
I mean, comparing then Fear to Mason, your previous carry player throughout the summer, people said that he played a pretty like one-dimensional, maybe just like strictly carry style, while Fear can just do everything else. Was that sort of, like you just explained, was that what you wanted more out of Mason, or did you just like use them the best way you could?
Not exactly. I think the thing about Mason is he was like a replacement. Like we only had like 3 months before TI when he joined. And so it was difficult to try, and we were playing in a bunch of tournaments that we wanted to win, so generally we were just sticking to our guns and practicing and competing with what was our best stuff, and that wasn't really on Mason on any other role except for the safe lane. He definitely could play other roles, and he expressed that he could, but at the end of the day, as a captain, it was my decision to make that I wanted our tour to always be mid and Mason always to be safe lane, and I thought that would give us, the best opportunity to win, so that's what I did. And for this upcoming year, we have a full year before the next TI, so I wanted to make sure that my team is the best it can possibly be. So if there's like a certain meta where we need to put Fear on the mid lane and our tour on the safe lane, then that's what we're going to do.
I think out of pretty much every LAN you've attended, you've only placed outside the top 4 in one of them, which was the last DreamLeague. And this is still like with pretty much throughout the entire year of 2014, and it included like a top 3 finish at TI. What do you actually feel just gives you this consistency? Because even, teams like Na'Vi before, when they dominated, yeah, they would peak for the international, but then they would always dip shortly after or maybe before. But you've always had this consistency going for you, so I'm just wondering, where do you feel like that comes from?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of new players like myself, Zai, and Arteezy, so we have a lot of drive and a lot of will to compete. And then we have like Fear and Universe, who are just incredibly driven and hungry players that want to do well all the time. Also, what was I gonna say? I said like every tournament that we go to, we always want to win, and we're able to. The best thing about our team is we're able to learn from our losses very, very quickly and adapt and do what we need to do to win. So if we lose in the winner bracket to like a team that did really, really well, for example, Star Ladder at Team Secret, if we do make it back to play them in the finals like we did, we won't let the same thing happen, and unless they have another look for us, we'll be ready for them.
The general consensus in the West is that it's between you guys and Team Secret as like who is like the king of the entire Western area. How do you look at Secret overall? I know that you wrote in your AMA a couple of months back that you were like considering maybe picking up S4 and stuff like that. So it's obvious that there's like a tremendous amount of respect towards their players. But like how do you look at them? Do you think that do you feel like they're better than you, but you just managed to perform, better in that one instance at Star Ladder? Like, how do you look at it? How do you look at Secret?
I think they're a really good team. I think they have some really good players. Like I said, we considered S4, we considered No-Tail, we considered a ton of people on their team. They're all like free agents, so it's definitely something we had to look into. That being said, I don't think that they're better than us. But I mean, that doesn't really matter. It's just all about who wins and who loses. And we came out on top last time, so looking forward to some good games at the summit, and hopefully we come out on top again.
One thing too is that I've always noticed that watching at your LAN finals, that most of the times when you win or lose, you seem completely like unanimated, as if nothing actually happened. You just take it in stride. Do you think that that's like a winning method, that you just don't let losses or wins get your head all too much?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just more of like a personality thing. Like our team, like we're very just conservative about it. Like we're not like the kind of people that are going to jump up and down and throw headsets or scream or anything like that. When we play our games, we're incredibly quiet and we're very calm and collected, you could say. But we do get very emotional if we lose, and we're just like every other team. We're excited when we win. We just don't show it as much as other teams, I think.
Okay then. I don't really have much more to add. So the final word is yours.
Thanks for watching, and support EG.